Jack the Ripper. Oh, thank you, sir. I thought I was a goner for sure.
The night's still young, Catherine.
How do you know my name?
You're famous, Catherine. You were murdered by Jack the Ripper.
But you just killed him.
No, Catherine. I just became him.
The year 2007. Time travel is a reality, and it's fallen into criminal hands. With history itself at risk, the United States has formed the Time Enforcement Commission, a top-secret agency responsible for policing the temporal stream. Track unlawful travelers across time. Their mission, protect the past, preserve the future. These agents are known as Time Cops.
Just relax, Logan. They're only holograms. It's not gonna hurt.
Famous last words from the esteemed TEC Science and Research Division.
If you're not completely still, you'll induce vertigo.
Hemmings, didn't you tell me 2 months ago you're only be here for a week?
Temporal systems evaluation is an ongoing project. I'm here as long as I need to be. Besides, I find you much more resilient than those guinea pigs.
Okay, slow it down. It's going too fast. It's giving me a headache.
That's because you're trying to make sense of everything you're seeing. Stop thinking. That should be easy for you, Logan.
Oh. Well, if you want my professional opinion, your little migraine machine is a bust.
It's called a sublimator, and those images it was bombarding at you were absorbed directly into your subconscious.
Great, so it's a waste of time I won't remember having.
So you wouldn't have any idea what was going on in New York in May 1954?
Dial M for Murder was the #1 movie at the box office. The Pajama Game opened on Broadway, and Bloomingdale's introduced the first automatic coffee machine. How the hell did I know that?
I just downloaded your subconscious mind with information about 1954 New York, and I can do the same thing for any era.
Great. I'm sure every Jeopardy contestant in the world would love 5 minutes with you.
It's not about Trivial Pursuit, Logan. Try to remember that every time you travel to the past, you potentially endanger the future. You mentioned television to someone in 1850, all of a sudden World War I is broadcast live on CNN.
Yeah. I know the dangers.
And I know that you have a natural inclination to help people beyond your mission parameters. So think of this as a safeguard.
The only safeguard I need is my instinct.
Oh, your instinct. Okay, then next time just pack a loincloth and a club.
Officers Logan and Hemmings report to Captain Matuzak in the dome.
Logan, Hemmings. Got level 3. We isolated the ripple's origin, 1888 London, England.
What about a specific date?
Any second, we're just narrowing the field scan. November 7th, 1888.
Funny, I didn't hear a knock.
Clearly, our chief historian is conducting serious research here.
I don't expect a time monkey like you to understand this, but tabloids give you the real pulse on a culture. They're the spice rack of history, always adding a little flavor.
Enough. Easter, what do you know about 1888 London?
Victorian England. Britannia ruled the waves and inflicted Sherlock Holmes, Oliver Twist, and Peter Pan on the rest of us.
Does November 7th have any particular significance?
Give me a second. Oh, well, Looks like I forgot Victorian England's most dubious contribution, the first modern serial killer. November 7th, 1888 was the day Jack the Ripper murdered his fourth victim, one Catherine Eddowes. Oh, wait a minute. There's some serious revisionist history going on here. The body of Sir William Gold, distinguished Harley Street physician, was discovered 10 feet from Catherine Eddowes.
But I thought the Ripper only targeted women.
Yeah, he did. 5 ladies of the night, to be exact. The problem is, William Gold was the Ripper.
What are you talking about? Jack the Ripper was never caught.
That's because those yahoos at Scotland Yard couldn't find a kilt in the spin cycle. I, on the other hand, have studied the evidence and am of the opinion that William Gold was Jack. He's the only likely suspect.
If Gold was the Ripper and he was killed on November 7th, how then could he murder his fifth and final victim, Mary Kelly, 2 days later?
That, Officer Hemmings, is a true time paradox. And I'd suggest the source of your ripple.
Someone must have gone back and taken out Jack the Ripper.
Well, Mary Kelly still died, so obviously this guy is no saint.
Maybe he went back to take the Ripper's place.
If you're right, I don't want to think about the domino effect this sick puppy could have on history.
Suit up, Logan. Temporal insertion at 6 minutes. Crash course in Victorian England.
Sublimator should come with an aspirin chaser. I can't believe I have to go back and save Jack the Ripper.
You don't. Sir William Gold died 6 months after his last victim's death. According to Easter, Gold's life had no real historical repercussions beyond the Ripper murders.
Well, what's the plan then?
Catch us no Ripper.
We know he's going to complete Gold's work and murder Mary Kelly. She died on November 9th. Her body was dumped in Dorset Mews in a district of London called Whitechapel.
So we're going to put you back in the early evening. That should give you enough time to get to Dorset Mews and grab this guy.
And save Mary Kelly.
Oh, don't start, all right? You know the rules. History says she died that night. It's your job to preserve history. Get in, get out, don't stir the pot.
Think you can handle that, Logan?
I'll just have to curb my instinct.
Logan, we're going to put you down within a 5-block radius of Dorset Mews. It's in the shadow of Big Ben. You can't miss it.
As long as I don't land on the steeple.
You know the drill. We can get you in the ballpark. We don't know exactly where you'll drop.
Still have a scar from landing on the White House fence.
Clear the platform. Initiate temporal stream.
Just another brick in the wall.
20, 19, 18, 17, 15, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Tachyon polarity achieved.
Hemmings, I could kiss you. I'll take that back.
Charles, help me!
That won't be necessary. I can find the door all by myself.
Who the devil are you?
It's really a long and very complicated story.
Call a constable, Charles! He tried to attack me!
Come on, put him up. I'll
out in short time.
Listen, pal, I don't want to embarrass you in front of your wife on your wedding night, so why don't you just let me pass?
I was home county's boxing champ 2 years running.
Thank you. Now, where are his clothes? Sow your oats. And you picked the wrong night to kill an innocent woman.
Oh, the world's not gonna miss one more streetwalker. Besides, it was her destiny.
Well, I'm your destiny. And you're going down.
Now, you do not have any idea who you're dealing with.
Neither do you.
I'd say I'm dealing with a dead man.
Go back inside!
Down here.
Right, this way.
That's him. That's the man who attacked my wife.
So much for getting in and out.
What on earth?
Back away from him, sir. He's the Ripper.
Hold on, guys.
Your work speaks for itself.
I didn't do this.
Tell it to the hangman, Jack.
What don't you understand? Didn't you people invent English? I've been telling you all night. I am not Jack the Ripper. I was chasing him.
You were just a good Samaritan, eh? Pull the other one. Inspector Wells, this is the Ripper.
Oh, congratulations, Constable. Oh, I guess you bobbies can show us Scotland Yard boys a thing or two.
Thank you, Inspector.
I take it that you have an eyewitness to the crime and a murder weapon.
Well, not exactly.
So then this man is just a suspect, which means there's still an investigation, which leads me to believe I am not out of a job yet.
No, sir.
Then get the crowd out of here and cordon off the area, or I won't be able to say the same about you.
Finally, a cool head. Inspector, my name is Jack Logan.
Oh, as if this case wasn't enough of a circus. An American is thrust into the fray.
Please, we haven't got much time.
Oh, I think you'll find me to be a very efficient man, Mr. Logan. So far, I can place you at the scene of the crime, and I have an irate colonel who claims you assaulted him and his bride, then stole his clothes.
All right, I admit I borrowed his clothes, but everything else is completely false.
I pray someone can vouch for you.
She can.
And who might you be?
Ann Thompson.
And your occupation?
You know what I am.
Am I to assume that Mr. Logan was in your paid company?
No. He's fighting another man outside my door.
Can you describe this other man?
I'll never forget him. He had a face of pure evil.
That's the Ripper.
You're coming with me to Scotland Yard.
Didn't you hear what you just said?
I can hardly take the word of a fallen woman over that of a colonel in Her Majesty's army.
So much for equal rights.
Curb your tongue, Mr. Logan. You're in serious trouble.
And so is this woman. She's the only one who saw the Ripper's face, and I can guarantee he'll be back for her.
Lads, I want two of you to escort this woman home and stand guard outside her building.
Two isn't going to be enough.
Lock him up.
It's moving towards a level 5.
I'm scanning everything from the London Times to the Lambeth Post. There are still no anomalies and no red flags. If something changed in 1888, it hasn't shown up yet.
Then why is the ripple turning into a tidal wave?
It's a computer, not a crystal ball.
There may be another problem. We've never had anyone back this far for so long. We still don't know what effect such prolonged temporal displacement has on human molecular structure.
In English, Hemmings?
Theoretically, the longer Logan stays back, the greater the chance he could be squashed like a temporal grape.
It sounded less painful the first time.
Theoretically, how long is too long?
I haven't determined that yet.
I thought you two were problem solvers. Widen the scan. Something's going on back there. It's your job to find out what it is.
Temporal grape?
You've got no passport. There's no record of you in any transatlantic ship's log. What did you do, Mr. Logan? Fall out of the sky and right into the middle of my murder inquiry?
I know a lot about this case, and I want to help you.
Oh, you wouldn't be the first murderer who wanted to assist in his own investigation.
Inspector, both you and I know that I did not kill Mary Kelly.
How did you know the deceased woman's name? We only identified her 10 minutes ago. Oh, keep going. The more you talk, the more you incriminate yourself.
The more we talk, the less time we have to catch the Ripper. You've already wasted a day.
I have a suspicion he's right in front of me.
The Ripper's first 3 victims were killed with a knife. Mary Kelly and Catherine Eddowes were slashed to death with something different. A weapon which has your coroner scratching his head.
Only the murderer could know that.
The Ripper is using a concentrated energy source that can cut through anything.
Energy source? I mean, what lunacy is this? I mean, you're beginning to sound like my nephew Herbert. At least he confines his preposterous fantasies to the realm of fiction.
You got a case you can't solve and a killer on the loose who has no intention of stopping. If you don't let me help, more women are going to die, starting with Ann Thompson.
I'm contacting the American Embassy in the morning, and you better hope they can explain your enigmatic presence. Otherwise, I'm charging you with murder.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
There's one thing I've learned about killers. They want to be caught because in their heart of hearts they know they're guilty.
You're going to have to trust me on this one. The Ripper just wants to be famous.
What you got here?
Many have tried. Many have died.
Is that the Thames down there?
Well, that's right. Biggest sewer in London. If the fall don't kill you, that will. I gotta get out of here. Who doesn't? My last cellmate went crazy. When he got out, he actually moved to Australia. Now that's hell on earth. What are you in here for? They think I'm Jack the Ripper. Wow. The only way you're gonna get out of here, mate, is to find a chisel. And a dig. What kind of watch is that?
Kind of lets you travel through time.
Oh, I've been picking the wrong pocket, so I have.
Good evening, gentlemen. You know, you bobbies really should carry guns. I'm looking for the so-called Ripper! Down here.
I want my pocket watch.
Don't you mean your temple controller?
A fellow time traveler. And from your earlier heroics, I assume that you're a member of the esteemed TEC Timecop. I still want my watch back.
I was thinking it might be safer if I tossed it in the river.
Oh, and what if some peasant got a hold of it at low tide? Suddenly you've introduced time travel to a world that hasn't even grasped the electric light bulb.
Then I'll just have to keep it close to me. You wouldn't want to destroy your ticket home.
Oh, you are wasting my time, officer. Can't you see that I am in the process of improving history?
How can you improve anything by killing more women?
Jack the Ripper was nothing but a sideshow freak. I intend on killing 5 times as many women as he did. And when I'm finished, history will remember the Ripper as the one true homicidal genius. I tell you what, I'm gonna start with your little Dorset muse harlot.
But if I've got your timepiece, how are you ever gonna get back to enjoy your fame? That's all you're really after.
Oh, don't you ever presume to understand me. I'm a visionary. Once you've mastered the art of murder, you've touched the face of God.
You're not a visionary. You're a psychopath.
Damn draft.
Do you know what I had to swim through to get to you?
Haven't had that one before. I don't know what you're expecting, but I've got my standards.
That's not the reason I'm here.
Good. Because you didn't do me no favours with the police. They've been out there all night scaring away customers.
That's the least of your problems. The man you saw was Jack the Ripper, and he's coming back to get you.
You've been trouble from the moment I laid eyes on you. Knew I should have kept me door shut.
You went out of your way to save my life. Now let me save yours.
I can take care of myself. Been doing it since I was 12.
Are these yours?
They're nothing.
You've got real talent.
I'm just a working girl who draws pretty pictures to take her mind off her life. Believe me, men don't pay me for my pictures.
Maybe one day they will.
Knowing my luck, that won't be till I'm dead and buried.
Oh, I think it might be sooner than that. You're about to be published in the Whitechapel Gazette.
Are you mad or something?
It's tabloid, right?
Yeah, but they never print one of my sketches.
Well, they would if you offered them a sketch of Jack the Ripper. Tabloids are always looking for something to spice up a story. What could be better? Why don't you start drawing?
How's it look?
All too real.
You really think they'll print it?
If they're anything like the tabloids back home, they'll print it in a heartbeat. Take this to the Whitechapel Gazette and hide somewhere safe. Whatever you do, don't come back. The Ripper will be looking for you here.
How do we get past them bobbies?
Play a little fox and hound.
Howdy, boys!
Just busted through level 6.
Hold on to your surfboards. I got a live one. Okay, this is the November 10th, 1888 edition of the Whitechapel Gazette. Now, when my computer scanned this paper 2 hours ago, this sketch wasn't there.
Let's magnify it. Right-hand corner, what does that say?
Logan Graphics. Son of a gun is sending us a message in a bottle.
Run it through the infrared scanner. I want every inch of the sketch analyzed. It's a fingerprint. How did Logan do that?
19th century printing data was downloaded in the sublimator.
I guess you can teach a time monkey new tricks.
Now that we have our time traveler's mugshot and fingerprint, let's find out who he is.
This man has a pocket watch in his possession. Find it. That will be all. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir, Inspector Holt.
You have no idea what you're holding in your hands.
Well, according to your cellmate, it does more than tell the time. A man reduced my jail to rubble looking for it, and I want answers, Mr. Logan.
I can't tell you.
Oh, come now. The last time we spoke, you seemed to have the answers for everything.
The man who destroyed your jail is the Ripper. You give me that watch back, and I'll help you find him.
It's awfully magnanimous of you, Mr. Logan, but you're still not telling the truth. And I have no patience for liars.
The Ripper is a time traveler. This watch is his passport back to the future. I've been sent to stop him. Truth is, I'm a policeman just like you.
My nephew writes stories and reads them at the dinner table. Herbert, I say. Nobody cares about men from Mars or time machines. I guess I owe the lad an apology.
Sir, we found the girl coming out of the Whitechapel Gazette.
Where is she?
2 officers are escorting her home.
Straight into the Ripper's hands.
Are alive, thank God.
That's not who he's after.
When all hands come together, she dies. Is there no end to the games this man will play? When do all hands come together?
He's talking about time.
Of course, all the hands of a clock come together at midnight.
What time is it?
11:45.
Maybe the answer's staring us right in the face.
Big Ben. But how can you be certain?
Because it's the most famous clock, and this guy thinks he's become the most famous killer in history.
And it looks like we've got a winner. Our temporal intruder's name is Ian Pascoe. Well, that's weird. There's no driver's license or photo ID.
Read me a social security number. I'll run it and see if he's got an FBI file.
924 6789.
You want to know why Pascoe doesn't have a driver's license? He can't drive yet. He's only 13 years old.
You're telling me Logan's fighting a teenager? Yeah, what happened? Kid going to a prepubescent rage?
He's fighting the adult Pascoe.
But that means...
Pascoe's from the future, my guess, at least 20 years.
Oh, we need to find this kid today. Get him into some serious therapy.
It's too late. He's been missing for 2 months. According to his file, he had an altercation with his foster parents. He poisoned them the next day.
Great, we can't find him now. Logan can't stop him then. Whoever said time is on your side.
Inspector Wells, I'm up here.
I'm sure the inspector will understand that this is just between you and me. One time traveler to another.
Where's Anne?
You show me yours, I'll show you mine. Give me the watch.
This is no time for games.
Yes, my point exactly. The more you quibble, the more time just ticks away.
No.
All right, then. I'll be the mature one, and I'll go first. I wanted to illustrate the gravity of my point. So, I dreamed of this little fashion accessory. And I lined it with C4. What do you think?
It's calibrated to Big Ben here, so I guess you could consider it the ultimate ticking clock. Just between you and me, I wouldn't want to be caught dead in it after midnight. Oh, don't waste your precious energy. It's made from an impenetrable alloy. Just in case you're wondering, that's a little ahead of your time. I thought we were going to keep this between fellow time travelers. Well, Miss Thompson raises that interesting time paradox. Does her life affect yours? If she dies, will you ever be born? Yes, the world will be different, but how? And that is a Pandora's box you just do not want to open. So, be a good little boy. Give me the timepiece, and I'll give you the deactivation code. You're not a visionary. You're a coward. And I bet you're not willing to die for this watch. Give me the code. You'll have to guess. Tell me! I'm from your future. I know everything. The code is the day you catch me. Come on, Logan, think. You said it was the day you catch him. He thinks I'm never gonna catch him. I know. I've been nothing but trouble since you laid eyes on me.
I'm going to explain this to my superiors at Scotland Yard.
Say what I'm going to say. Ripper escaped through a time door.
I've got a pension to think about.
Then just tell them that Jack the Ripper murders are over.
I still didn't get my man.
Neither did I.
Blasted nephew. Can't keep his nose out of anything.
Allow me, Inspector. Always wanted to meet H.G. Wells.
You never cease to surprise me, Mr. Logan.
Elementary, my dear Inspector. Elementary.
Officer Logan, returning from London, 1888.
About time.
Track at 9 o'clock,
The Eagle has landed. I almost had him.
You did the right thing, Logan. The Ripper spree ended at 5 victims. No one else died. You preserved history in your own unique way.
I know I shouldn't have altered that newspaper.
Actually, I thought that was a brilliant piece of police work.
Really?
What's one more anonymous sketch of a Ripper suspect? He's not going to change anything.
I guess I was wrong about your migraine machine.
I guess I misjudged your instinct. One question, though. The vault is for retrieve future technology. Why are you depositing that antique?
You know the golden rule of future tech. Don't ask, don't tell.
Pasco's still out there. Shouldn't we at least study the watch?
Too dangerous. What if your scientific curiosity was influenced? Future has to proceed at its own pace, you know that. Just think of me as a safeguard.
Logan, I'd like to give this to you. This is my first edition of The Time Machine by H.G. Wells.
Oh, thanks, Easter. I'm touched.
Oh, don't be. It's worthless. Your temporal intervention has defiled a classic. What was once a glorious sea of words on parchment is now punctuated by a series of illustrations. Like literacy needed another foot in the grave.
Illustrations by Ann Thompson.